Hi again. So now we are ready to go on to our next dessert. Basically, I chose today to make videos because during this quarantine, there's nothing else to do. So I figured my brother's like, listen, now's the time to start making videos. So I'm like, okay, so let me make a video. So now I have another sweet, is another dessert video. This one is also freezer friendly. I'm trying to make videos that are freezer friendly because everybody's home and trying to help other mothers try and do something that they can prepare ahead of time, put in the store in their freezer, and when they're ready for a quick snack or something, you know, it speeds the process of being in the kitchen. Because let's be real, sometimes we get tired of being in the kitchen. I love the kitchen, but there are moments that I get tired of being in the kitchen, so I try to prepare things ahead of time. So this one is like the other video. The other one was a fried cheesecake. This one we're using the same, you see behind me, the same pastry. It's gonna be like spring rolls, but well, the same pastry of it. But inside I'm filling it with homemade apple pie filling. Now, I am not going to go through all the steps of making the homemade apple pie filling because I already have a video on it. Now, if you go to my video where it shows apple pie, homemade apple pie, I'm using that same recipe for the filling that I'm putting here. The only thing that I would tell you to do is maybe add a little bit more cornstarch to make the consistency of the syrup to be thicker, so that when you put it inside here, it's not as liquidy. You don't want it as liquidy because since you're filling this up, it's gonna be a mess when you try to fry it. So don't do that, okay? Like I said before, I'm using spring roll pastry. This is the ones that you use for egg rolls, spring rolls. It looks like cheese. They stuff cheese wraps and stuff. So yeah, I'm using this is the large size, but they have the mini ones, but I'm using the large size. And here I have it, like I told you. This is my apple pie. You see, I'm gonna try to, you see here, because I had it in the fridge, so it's thick. So I'm gonna try to use the parts that don't have too much sauce. Okay, so here I have two. It's the same concept. You're gonna put it at an angle in front of you. Okay, then you're going to take it. You fill this up as much as you want. See, my husband, he loves apple pie, so I'm gonna make him some apple pie fritters. That's what we're doing right now. Apple pie fritters. Okay, you're gonna take this and move it up a little bit more. Now this, you have to make sure that you seal this really good. Okay, you see it's already going through. Then you're gonna wrap this over. Same thing with this side. Bring this part over. Okay, I'm gonna wrap this here. Okay, and take the egg wash and put the egg wash here. Here's the only difference with this. The difference with this one and the cheesecake is the cheesecake you can put it in the deep fryer and fry it right away. This one I don't recommend that you fry it right away. Why? Because it has that liquid. And since the liquid was at room temperature, because I had it in my freezer, I took it out. I want it to freeze solid before I put it to fry, because I do not want any of the apple pie mixture to come out. It's already soft and a little mushy. Okay, because and not mushy. It's already, you see the pastry here is already wet. I want this to be solid before I put it to fry. So again, I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna put it here. See, like that one has enough of. So let me put more apple slices. I don't recommend for you to use just a can of apple pie filling. No, go through the hard work and just do it yourself. It's always better when you make it yourself. Besides, the one in the can is more liquidy for what you need it for. Here we are again. Wrap this over. Remember, it was at an angle. Wrap this side here over. Flip this over. Okay, you see it's nice and wet. That's why we want to freeze it. Okay, then we're gonna take this. What we're gonna do, we're gonna put it over. Remember? Okay, now this here, you don't have to really worry about it because since we are gonna deep freeze it, I'm pretty sure. But if you feel like some juice can come out of there, then definitely seal it. That's what I'm doing right here. Sealing it. Seal this side. So for this container here, I would say I'm gonna make a good 12. Okay, so I'm gonna put it in the deep freezer for like, I like to have it frozen solid, so just do it the day before, I guess. Put it in the freezer and then fry it. So I'm gonna say later on tonight I'll fry it. Also, I want to show you another idea. Because these are very thin, but if you want that extra crisp to it, this is the first wrap that I'm doing. I'm gonna double wrap this one. So I'm gonna wrap it here. Use my egg to seal it. Take it, wrap it again. Then, see, end seam down, the seam side down. I'm gonna do the same thing. Only difference is that I'm gonna use some egg here so that it can really, the wrap can really adhere to it. You see how it just adhere to it? Okay. I'm sorry, is that these things, they stick to each other. Well, they come like that, but I promise you, it seems like they're so fragile and they're definitely gonna break, but it's not gonna break. Here we go. So now I'm gonna wrap this over. Actually, sorry, flip it over one more time. Then I'm gonna bring this over here. Bring this one over here. This is a double wrap. Actually, for these, they would be better. A double wrap would be better instead of a single wrap. So you see the two that I did before, I'm gonna go ahead and double wrap them. Okay? Okay guys, so it's been a few hours. I have my pot here, or my frying pan here, and I have my fried apple, my apple fritter, okay? Apple pie filling, okay? So, you need a paper towel and a plate on the side. Also, grab some cinnamon and some sugar and mix it around. And you gotta get your oil to be really, really hot. And remember what I told you. Try to have your this is solid, look. It's solid, okay? So now when I fry it, I do not want anything to be sticking out. I'm also going to be using some whipping cream. You can also have some ice cream. It would taste so good with ice cream. So basically what you're going to do, you just want this to be really, really hot. And then I'm recording, go. You want this to be really hot. You see I put a little piece there just to test it to make sure it's very hot. I'm putting it in. You're just frying it until it gets crispy, giving it some color. Okay? That's what I'm doing right now. So I'm gonna leave it there. Then I'm gonna take it out. Okay, so now I'm ready to flip it over, check the other side. And again, your fire has to be high. So this has to be high, see? My fire is pretty high. Fry until golden. Okay, so now it's nice and crispy, see? Nothing spilled out. So it's definitely best to double wrap it. Turn this off. Put it on the side to cool. I let it cool down. Just give it like a minute or two. Now I'm gonna take my cinnamon sugar, sprinkle it, see? Like so. You could do one side, both sides, doesn't matter. Stretch it around. You can also just take this and put it in the bowl. Which I should have did. Now we're gonna set it on a plate right here. Look how beautiful it looks. Now, if you have vanilla ice cream, it's like warm apple pie. But we don't have that. We have whipped cream. So this is what we're gonna do. We got this beautiful whipped cream. Here you. Now we're gonna grab a fork. Here we go right here. I'm gonna break into it. I'm gonna cut it in half. You hear that? That's how crispy it is. Okay, so let's break it. And some of my whipped cream fell off. And let's take a bite. So good. It's like a warm apple pie. And then that nice whipped cream on top. Tastes really good. So don't forget to hit like and subscribe and stay tuned.